We're here backstage in Centrum Scene in Oslo with Jaska, drummer of Children of Bodom, who are headlining tonight with Cannibal Corpse and Diablo supporting. Jaska, welcome to Oslo.
Thank you.
Now, you were last here it was about three years ago, I think, and you headlined Rockefeller, which is just across the road, a slightly smaller venue. And it was a successful show. It was packed. Do you have any particular memories about that night? Or Oslo in particular, because I know you played Inferno a couple of years before that as well.
Well, I just remember that it was a good show, and like all the Scandinavian shows, like all the Finland and Sweden, Stockholm was very good, and I think I have
just
I think it was it was a good show.
Yeah, and
yeah.
At the time, I remember you had One Man Army supporting, and the Hungarians Exmoor, for if my pronunciation is wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tonight now you have Cannibal Corpse supporting, which I think personally is quite awesome, considering that Cannibal are very well respected in their field, and also a band who haven't really done any proper support tours, at least in Europe.
Not really. Diablo, yes.
So was Cannibal something that the band went for themselves, or was that something that was brought to the table for you guys? And do you think it's been a good mix?
Yeah, I think it's perfect. I mean, I've been a big fan of them since I was 13. Like since 1992 or 93.
A long time now.
Yeah, I mean it was brought on the table by the management, and they were asking when we were planning this tour. They were asking whatever bands we wanted to have on this tour, and one option was Cannibal Corpse, and we were like immediately like, okay, this tour must,
Yeah, because I think it's very
it's
good.
a must.
Yeah, considering that you guys have become so big over the recent years, and it's a good chance for a band, because I think a lot of people would agree a band like Cannibal deserves a chance to play to more people, because they have their hardcore following, and now you can kind of do this favour for them. And I would imagine, have you seen much of a difference in the audiences turning up to the shows, in that there are probably more older people who will be like long-term Cannibal fans coming along to Bodom shows who wouldn't normally be there?
Well, that's a good question, because I really don't see how what is that how is the crowd? I mean, is it like way different?
You haven't noticed much of a difference?
Not really. But I hope there is some fans who came because of Cannibal Corpse, which is very good for us.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then I don't know. I mean, like you said, it's we're doing big favor for them.
Yeah.
And I'm just I think it's only fair, because they have been there since forever. I mean,
and it was actually a band that you were a fan of yourself when you were younger, anyway.
Yeah.
Cannibal, yeah. And for you guys, you're headlining now. You've done quite a few over the last couple of albums, quite a few good support tours, including of course Slayer, and I guess a lot of bands in your position look forward to playing with Slayer. And now that you're headlining, I mean, is it something you think, okay, you can play longer sets, but if you're playing with Slayer, like on something like the Unholy Alliance, you are going to play to a lot of people. I mean, obviously you're going to do both a headliner and a support tour like that if you can do it, but I mean, for you, is it more exciting to play to all these new people who are like could possibly be Bodom fans, or for you is it better to play like your proper set and your longer set, playing to people who are coming to see Children of Bodom headline?
Well, it depends. I mean, it's like all these like Slayer and Megadeth tours we have done in the US. It's just we're still doing like promotion there, because we're still growing there. We just started our like a real touring in US in 2004 or something like that, 4 years ago, and then we try to get as many people as possible to see, to know Children of Bodom, of course. And it's been we have done those very much, but we usually go after these big tours, we go there, we go back
As headliners.
and as a headliner.
Yeah.
And all the shows, they're been growing. There has been more and more people.
Yeah.
Every time. So I think it's paying back.
Yeah, but very much so. I mean, because you did do as well as touring with Slay, you've also done the Gigantour with Megadeth.
Mm.
And now for a band like Bodom, which you know, I mean, you have your technical moments, and I suppose a band like Megadeth was something that would have played some kind of influence on you guys when you were younger. I would imagine because of the playing and you know, albums like Rust in Peace, I think made an impression on a lot of bands nowadays who are playing technical music. Was it did it ruin the myth in any way, playing or like touring with Megadeth? Did you see them much actually and speak to them much when you were on the Gigantour?
Yeah, actually, it was really cool. I mean, like Dave Mustaine, he was really cool to us. He was asking like, you know, are you okay, guys? And you know, if you need something, just tell me. And
it is his baby, the whole tour, right? It's his.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it was really good atmosphere.
Yeah.
The whole tour. And I talked to the drummer, Sean, a lot, and we were, you know, every night we had conversation.
Yeah, so that was the kind of tour that you came away with a very positive attitude of organisation and of the band themselves afterwards, Megadeth.
Mm.
Yeah, it was all good.
Yeah.
And
Really nice.
do tours like that, I mean, let's take that one for example, do you notice, like, right after, if you do a headline show or headline tour after a tour like that, I mean, can you really like see the increase in numbers coming to see you? Is it that obvious? Because you guys have grown a lot over the years.
Not
so.
it's not that obvious, but it's always, you see it like after the tour on paper. It's like all the statistics are always, it's okay. Of course, some places they weren't that many people, like it was like the other time before, but the average is growing.
Yeah.
Every time we go there.
It has to be because you've been making a lot of ground over the last years.
Yeah.
And I mean, between 2004 and now, you've spent quite a bit of time in the States, at least outside of Europe, you know.
Yeah.
If you think back to your first proper tour was the Nuclear Blast Festival shortly after Something Wild came out, right? Was that with Hypocrisy and
Benediction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've noticed a lot of changes since then, you know. Because I'm guessing that your headline shows are probably drawing bigger crowds in a lot of places than that tour was back then when you were, you know, a support band.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think if you had signed to, if I'm right, you were going to sign to Shiver Records actually before you signed to Spinefarm in the very beginning?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think that would be the case had you signed to Shiver Records. So do you think that was fate, or do you think it's maybe you're one of the bands that helped Spinefarm grow, or do you think Spinefarm kind of benefited you more?
I think we both, you know,
Kind of a mutual thing, yeah.
Yeah. And
well,
I don't know about fate, but we, of course, there is a lot of. It's a matter of luck.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it because the contract, it was like so absurd.
There's been a few bands who've been in that situation, I'm sure.
Yeah, and
And you signed to Spinefarm directly, and then it was licensed to Nuclear Blast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Do you think?